Happy birthday, Jin. Come on, just say it one time.
Happy birthday,
Jin.
YouTube. Happy birthday. They're like, do you get really upset when she's like so in love with BTS? I don't really care, but like when she like kind of talks to herself as like.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome
to our mukbang for Jin's birthday party. Yay! As you guys can see, we have our Jin set up right here. We have our RJ plushie. We have everything RJ. And my Jin pillow, two-sided Jin pillow. Tommy, show them which of these you got for me.
Actually, it's a trick question. None of them is the answer.
He got me the big RJ, the biggest one right here. So you support it.
It felt perfectly, actually.
Okay, we can just put that here. So I just brought everything.
So if anyone wants to buy any of these are for sale. You can see the link below, and free shipping.
Okay, amazing. So let's start. What do we have on our menu for today?
We have Chicken Maro. They're not a sponsor, but shout out to Chicken Maro.
Best Korean fried chicken, in our opinion.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We have Chicken Maro pasta.
Okay.
Shout out to Chicken Maro.
I made this pasta, but we were watching BTS on MMA Mama Music Awards, and it got kind of cold. But yes, this is chicken. Not chicken. This is just
awkward if they're on MMA.
Why did I say chicken? There's no chicken in this. Usually, last time I made it, there was chicken. But this is just cream pasta with mushrooms.
That's right.
We have some salad because we like to pretend that we're still kind of healthy. We have some cold garlic bread and radish. And our favorite chicken sauce. Kanjang. Is it kanjang? It's like spicy something. Garlic soy sauce. Alright. Let's eat.
Alright, so we're going to try to finish this in 5 minutes?
No. Okay.
4?
Let's tell stories. So, lots of people are wondering what your thoughts are about my obsession with BTS.
I think what's going to happen here is I'm just going to eat everything and you're going to talk the whole time. Does that sound like a deal? Teamwork?
Come on. Oh man, I nailed that pasta so good.
Yeah, it's good. I was eating a lot before this.
Yeah, because you couldn't wait. I just got the saucier part.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
Alright, what was your question?
What do you think about my obsession with BTS?
I was thinking about that earlier today. It was slowly spread. It started with just Jin, now it's kind of all
started with just Jin.
All 7 members?
Started with just Jin Wen. It's always been all of them, but he's just my bias.
No, well, I mean, like, it's more of like, if he found out, he would, like, press charges against you. It's that bad.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
Whatever.
So who's this foreign girl that has everything?
Okay, first of all, this is not even that many compared to a lot of the other girls that own. 100% is not that much. A piece of my mom. But anyway,
I feel like it's whatever. I don't really care.
I feel like it makes your gift ideas a lot easier. You can just give me Jin gifts for the rest of our lives together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, they'll probably like fall off and then.
Fall off how?
They just won't be popular anymore. Probably maybe, I'm gonna guess in 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's what the haters say. These are my RJs. I brought as much as I can here. But yes, RJs are celebrating with us because it's their father's birthday. Jin is their father. Jin is RJ's father.
RJ is Jin.
Jin made RJ, so he just calls him RJ my son. So that's that.
Of course.
Yes, anyway.
Duh.
So we started eating, but the microphone was off. So, but I love Jin. How about BTS?
I mean, I don't really care. It's fine. You really enjoy them. So I don't really care about it. It's just like when we're out and like even if she sees a picture, she'll stop whatever, even if we're late. Like, I feel like even if my parents were in town or we're meeting them, we're like 10 minutes late, you'd be like, I'm so sorry, but I have to get a picture. Like, that at those points make me upset. But for the most part,
yeah, you
it's
don't
not too
really
bad.
care.
Not really.
And like, I spend a lot of my time just like watching their videos and things like that. But Tommy just, if I'm like watching a BTS video, he just like leaves the room and he puts his headphones on.
Yeah, or cry. Yeah.
Or you watch them sometimes with me, but
very rarely. I don't like BTS. I don't really care for them. They're like, I don't hate them. They're just whatever.
That's very good. Rate this pasta.
And then you said, how much would I pay for it?
Rate this pasta 1 to 10 first. 1 to 10.
I'd give it. You're pretty good at making pasta. I'd probably give it 8.
Just an 8, eh?
8 out of 8. Yeah, so that's a perfect score. No, 8 out of 10. It's good. I like it.
I've definitely made better pastas. I eyeballed everything because I couldn't find the recipe that I made for last time, but yeah, it was just cream pasta.
But this is 8 out of 10, and for us waiting for it for 6 hours. So this is 6-hour-old pasta, so it's pretty good.
Not 6 hours. We didn't wait that long. Okay, so let's talk about the channel is not just about BTS, but also about living in Korea.
Okay.
So some horror stories. I think like at this point, both Tommy and I, like, I love Korea, but there's just like so many things recently that I'm just like, oh my god, like I can't believe I've tolerated this like for this long. Like at first it was just like cool. Like I was telling you the other day, I was coming home from I think the hospital or something. Where did I come from? But it was like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock p.m. And I think it's really cool that like you can drink here like out in the open. I think that's cool, but it does come with like a lot of disadvantages. Like a lot of people will just get on the train like super drunk. So this group of men, because like people like to hike and drink. That's the thing. Can you come closer? Not in the frame. People like to hike and drink, or drink and hike, whatever.
Okay,
so
they're not okay. They
hike and then they drink.
After the hike.
They drink at the top. I've been hiking. They drink makgeolli at the top.
After the hike.
Yeah, and then they come down and then drink more. So
they're not like hiking and drinking.
Yeah, they're not like hiking and
That's
drinking.
what happened.
But then they get on the subway, smashed. Like a group of them, like just like 10 of them. They just get on the subway, and people are like either getting out of work, or like me, I was just like going to work. So then this drunk guy like sat beside me, and he reeked so bad. And I wasn't even like right beside him. It was like 2 seats over. He reeked so bad. His friends were all so loud on the train. And then I just moved. And then literally the next stop over, another group of drunk guys came on, like older men. And then we're like so loud and stuff on the train. So I think that's like just one thing. Like I'm just like, oh my god, I don't understand why this is happening. How about you?
Let me think. Horror stories?
Not horror stories, but like just like pet peeves.
Pet peeves. Oh my gosh. Probably number 1 would be everybody just on their phone while you're walking.
That's mine too.
That's pretty annoying for me.
Literally, like Tommy and I have like a joke with each other that's like, it's just like everyone is on their phones. They don't know how to look or where to look, but then everyone around them is also on their phone, so they just like bump into each other.
Yeah, I don't know. They have like a sixth sense about it though. Like they just move at the last moment, and just there should be a lot more accidents, but there isn't. It works out, but it's just annoying.
What's more annoying about it is that you would think that because they're so glued to their phones that they're doing something important, like answering an email, reading maybe a text message, but most of the time they're not even texting. They're like watching a movie, like watching Netflix, like full out Netflix. Like all their phones would be like this.
Yeah.
They're watching like a movie or like a YouTube video, or they're like playing a game.
Yeah, a lot of times I see like, especially with guys, they're just watching like gamers play. Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, we're getting off the train, and like some trains are like, the gap from the train to the platform is kind of big, and you can like fall down if you don't look. So
you're like extremely skinny, maybe. Yeah.
No, but I mean, you could trip at least.
Yeah, you could fall.
Not fall through, sorry, not fall through, but like, yeah, you could like trip or something. But like, last week I went vintage shopping at Dongmyo. I told you about that the other day. I went with my friend, and I don't know, just like, people like to stare.
Well, yeah, if you're a foreigner. Yeah.
People like to stare if you're a foreigner. And like, obviously when I first got here, it was very like, okay, I get it. But this time we were at the market, at the flea market, and this guy was looking at me. This was last week, and I just lost my shit. I just like didn't have a filter. I was just like, he was looking at me like up and down like this.
Yeah, you're saying like in disgust, right?
Like kind of just like, oh my god, I can't believe what she's wearing. But nothing was wrong with what I was wearing.
Yeah, it's like the middle of winter.
Yeah, it's like dead of winter too. And then so I just literally in English, like this is how bad, like this is how much I'm sick of it. It's like, I'm like, what are you looking at? I don't want to be that rude foreigner. I don't want to be.
Well, it's but like if someone's staring at you.
Yeah, if someone was staring at me and looking at me like that, I just like have to stand up for myself at some point. So I literally was like, what are you looking at? And then he kind of just like ignored me. And then I walked closer to him and I was like, no, I said, what are you looking at? And then he's just like, me? And I was like, yeah, come here. Tell me what's wrong. Is there something wrong? I should have just said it in Korean.
Do you know how to say it in Korean?
왜 그래? Yeah.
Yeah, all that transfers into that.
What's wrong? How do you say, 뭐해? What's up? Jeez, I'll use all the Korean that I have. I was so mad. Anyway, my Korean friend was there. She was just like, it's alright. Some people here are weird in this area, but
I don't
it's
think
not
it's
an
weird.
excuse.
I don't think he was just being weird. It's just
like, it's not an excuse to like, you know, I'm sure that if I was in Toronto and I was looking at a foreigner like rudely, like if I got yelled at, they have all the rights to yell at me. Like if I was looking at them with disgust. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that just happened last week. So it's like
it's fresh. As you can see, it's fresh in her brain.
Those two things just happened within the drunk man on the train happened this week, and the guy that was staring at me happened last week. So
let's find out what happens this week, huh?
I'm not even discussing all the things that's happened to me. Like,
it's gonna be a really negative.
It's not gonna be a negative video. I'm just saying it's a rant. It's a mukbang.
Mukbang rants.
Not mukbang rant, but just like, you know. I said that with pet peeves. You know, but
yeah, I'm curious how it is because I've been here for almost 5 years now. So I'm wondering if it's that. I imagine it's not as bad as it is in the States. Like people on their phones.
Yeah, well, like,
you know.
I mean.
Because here,
in March.
here everyone drives, or in the U.S. everyone drives, at least in Texas. So here everyone's taking public transportation, they're walking everywhere. So
well, it's also
we
Korea is
run
like
into it more.
Korea is like the fastest internet in the world, so we have internet literally everywhere we go. So in Canada, I mean, I'm sure like people would like to be on their phones, but there's like, I mean. I feel like there's more stigma around it that's just like, wow, you're that kind of person that's always on your phone, you know? Here in Korea, like for me, like when I go out with my Korean friends, just like, they be on their phones. And like even when we go out, you can see like couples like not talking because the girls are just like taking selfies or something.
Taking selfies? Or something?
You're talking about me? Looking at me? And it's not me. Like,
you like your fair share of pictures.
Yeah, but I don't, I like, for the amount of times that we go out to eat, I'm not taking pictures every time we eat. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, and like, in Toronto, like, in public transportation, like, on the subway, there's no internet. There's only some stations that have internet, and like, as soon as the train moves, Like there's no more internet, so it's like, yeah.
I think that's also another plus. Like, is it pretty expensive to get unlimited in Canada? Unlimited internet. Because I mean, here there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Plus, like getting unlimited data is pretty cheap too. Should we mix it up? What's one good thing, one pet peeve, and one thing?
There's a lot of good things about Korea. I talk about it all the time. I love Korea. I rave about it. You know,
Yeah.
we live here. Like, there's a lot of good things. I'm just talking about like now. It's like the glamour of Korea is past us.
Yeah, it's like that 6 month.
It's like a honeymoon. It's like a honeymoon stage with Korea. You're just like, wow, I can't believe I live in this country. It's like so amazing. I mean, those things that amazed us in the beginning still stands. Still very true. Like, when people lose their stuff here, it's like, how did you lose your things?
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing too. We gotta cut out when we go back home.
Yeah, so we went to Itaewon this Saturday for a friend's party, going away party, and like, we usually, like, anywhere in Korea we leave our phones on the table, like literally all of our stuff. We leave our phone, our wallet, and like if I'm out with Korean friends, like they do it. But Itaewon is more of like the foreigner area. So I left my phone on the table when I went to go get a drink, and a couple of foreigners, like a group of foreigners, passed by my table. Did I tell you this? They passed by my table and they're like, "I love how you can do that." I love how you can do that here.
Yeah, you can't do that back home.
No, you definitely can't. I remember the very first time I went out here. I went to Hongdae, and my friends like left their bags on the table, and I was like, "Oh my god, why are you leaving it?" We're in the club. They're like, "No one's gonna touch it," which is true, legit. Like no one's gonna touch it.
I still wouldn't trust it at Hongdae either.
Yeah, but then one time I found a purse on the ground, like outside a Thursday party, and I was with Julie and Connor, and then Connor is my Korean friend, and he's like, I picked it up. He's like, "Don't touch it," because like Koreans like. Because, like, for us, it's like, if someone lost their things, we'll take it and then bring it to, like, the Lost and Found Center, right? That's, like, their last resort. That's, like, I've absolutely been here for, like, 5 days. Then we'll bring it to the Lost and Found. But, like, because their mentality is, like, people will always go back to where they lost it.
No.
Like, they'll retrace their steps and be like, oh, it's there. So, yeah, so he's like, "Don't touch it, just leave it there." It was literally on the ground.
Yeah.
Remember when you lost your backpack on the train?
Yeah, that was a fun time. Thanks for bringing that traumatic experience. No,
Which
it was
one of
easy.
the good things, yeah.
Wow.
Tommy lost his backpack on the train. He just like left it there, and then my Korean friend sent me a link, and they take a picture literally every day on the Korean on the train website.
Yeah.
You can just like click the line where you think you lost it, and they have a picture of everything that they collected that day.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So if you know the day you lost it and what line you were on, you can just go through their page and just see. So I just went through and
I found it.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew they had it though. I knew they had it because I called.
They should have had it.
Yeah.
No, and then you called and then they had it. But I was like, oh my god, you wouldn't believe it, because he had like a Dragon Ball. He had like a Dragon Ball.
Oh, it was like this.
Yeah, keychain on it, and then the contents is like cup ramen, blah blah blah.
Oh, because I was going to your house. That's why.
Yeah.
They had, like pictures of us and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like, if it was just the ramen and stuff that was in your bag, I wouldn't have chased it. Like, I wouldn't have helped him.
I still would have. I hope so. Jeez, I still want my bag back.
I wouldn't have helped you as much, but I was like, oh my god, all of our pictures. We're making this like scrapbook of all of our pictures together, and I was like, how can you lose that?
Yeah.
So.
Or did I lose it on accident or purpose?
And then I found it again, huh?
Yeah.
And shucks.
Darn.
Darn it. But yeah, I think that's one huge thing about Korea. Like, it's safe. I mean, I was like going home every day at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like walking on the streets by myself. Like,
yeah, it is pretty safe here.
I don't think I could dare do that at home.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't go out much, like in our area, because there's not a lot of CCTVs like on the streets, I feel. But in our old area where I used to live,
Yeah.
it's very like there's a lot of road shops and stuff. Now we're more in like residential area. But we used to live like my building used to be like on a main street, so like every building had CCTV. So if I was like walking home, like you could see me literally every step that I take. So
Yeah.
currently, Tommy and I are planning our wedding in Canada.
Yeah. Yes, we are. We think we got a date, right?
Mm-hmm. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Has it been fun?
Not really.
It's been really stressful.
Yeah.
You're out of the scene again. You can't see yourself? You're like really.
Oh, that's good.
Let's tell more stories. I wanted to talk about enough about us.
Yeah.
Enough about our wedding chit chat. Let's talk about our first impressions of Korea when we first got here.
Versus now?
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty wide-eyed. I was a young 22-year-old. Came here right out of college. When I first came here, I thought it was pretty crazy. Like the drinking culture here, because it's so prevalent and heavy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
All the time. I
Yeah.
can't hang the way I used to.
Oh yeah, for sure. The 22-year-old would just beat me down drinking.
God. So in comparison to that to now, then what?
I mean, like drinking, like yeah. So I was very surprised by that. Just the drinking culture, how easy it is, how it's everywhere. I mean, and then you have your drink of choice, which is soju. Like I don't really like soju too much now.
I'm like different. Like I could drink before. Like I could drink a lot of flavored soju. Like that was me until like this year. Maybe like
Chamisul all day.
yeah, and then I started drinking just like fresh soju, so chamiso soju, or like sometimes chomcheon, but yeah, and then I started drinking that, and then like recently when I drink just flavored soju, it's way too sweet. Like I remember my favorite soju was sagwa, apple, and then
Yeah, it's too much. I feel like I'm getting diabetes when I'm drinking it. It's just way too sugary.
It's like candy.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. Watermelon is okay. The new one that came out is like subtle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But even jamong used to be my favorite. Like used to be my favorite up until like I just took it. I just like recently took a shot and I'm just like, this is so sweet.
Yeah, it's too much.
I get it. Only foreigners drink. Only foreigners drink the flavored soju, right? Yeah. Today is Jin's birthday. Like I mentioned, probably 90 times. But I had an appointment at the hospital, and I was planning on going to see his Subway. There's so like in Korea, when it's a K-pop artist birthday or close to their birthday or a little bit after their birthday, they put up like posters of their face, and I know where like 4 of his posters are.
Yeah, my posters will be up there soon.
Yeah.
Birthday's coming up. You wanna buy me one? They're expensive, aren't they?
They are. I tried to get him one last year, and I was just like, there's probably a better use for this.
Shout out to Chamisul. This is the best one. Not a sponsor, guys. Not a sponsor here. Just cut back in. They're like, oh my gosh, they're just slurring their words.
This is happy birthday, Jin. Come on, just say it one time.
Happy birthday.
Jin.
YouTube, happy birthday.
When we went to Japan. So this is something that Tommy and I learned when we went to Japan. Did you find, like I'm about to tell the sake story. Did you find that out in Japan or in Korea?
Sake.
Let me tell the story and then you can tell me, okay? So we went to dinner with Tommy's friend. And he's been to Korea before. He's Japanese, like pure Japanese. He's like,
yeah. I met him in Korea. He was his work boss came to Korea. Yeah.
and he's like, oh, you know, Koreans, they drink their alcohol very weird. Because we have this thing, well, in Korea, we have this thing called somek, right? So soju and mekju, which mekju is beer. So you drop, like, a shot
Yeah, so well, you just get a shot glass, pour it in the beer, and then get like a chopstick or spoon and like, hit
and then
it and stir it.
yeah, it's like mixed, and then I just go, what do you mean, like sake bomb? And then he's just like, what's a sake bomb? And then I was like, what do you mean what's a sake bomb? And then so like we showed him like legit, like, you know how like the chopstick and then you have this and then you like do the, and he's just like, what?
Yeah.
See his face? He was like, you dare do that to a precious sake?
Yeah, sake
he was
pretty
like,
good. Yeah, he didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah, he had no idea. He was just like, what?
Yeah, I was like, you guys do that, right? And he's like, no, we would never.
He's like, we would never mix our sake with beer.
Which, to be fair, I mean, I wouldn't want to. Now I like it by itself.
I mean, previous to that, like that was the only my only
same,
sake
actually,
experience.
same here. I never drank sake by itself.
Yeah,
it was always in a sake bomb.
It's always in like a
at some cheap
tapas
restaurant
bar or something. Like in Canada, we have Gu or Kinka now or whatever. And it's like the only place that has it. What are some things you haven't done in Korea yet?
Like, I have not hiked in Korea. So Korea has some of the best, it's probably the best for like hikes in the world. Maybe not in the world, but it's, if you're an avid hiker, like there's so many trails and so many like easy one-day hikes here that I think it's a hiker's dream.
It's not like you want to, because like, okay, so first of all,
something I want to. Oh no, I don't want to. I don't like hiking at all. But I feel like I need to do it.
Yeah,
once.
well, I've told you so many times to hike with me. So first of all, when Tommy was living in Ulsan, Ulsan has like the best mountains. It's so nice. When I first moved to Korea, I hiked more than I did now. Like now, because like when I first came to Korea, I lived super close to the mountains, and I would just like go on a hike. And you guys would be so surprised because the people that hike up there are like 3 times our age.
You know, like the grandmas and grandpas here, they throw down.
They can move.
Yeah.
And they're full out gear. Let me show you. Like,
Dude.
this one, I don't know if it's focusing. This is what they look like full out gear. Like with those sticks.
Yeah, I do want to get one of those.
I do want to get the sticks because I know that they're cheaper here. And their hiking boots are like really sturdy here.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cute too.
And
I like it.
It's not like the mountains here are easy because like I hike all the time. Well, not. I just said I don't hike these days anymore. But when I used to hike, they be passing me. They're just like they can move. They really just.
Well, you're
like,
too busy taking selfies. That's why.
I cannot take selfies on the map. I mean, just in general, Korean people are very like healthy. I would say they're healthy, even if their food is bad. But the gym is always full.
Yeah.
Like, the gym is full, not of just people our age. There is all ages and a lot of old people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that is true. They do exercise. Like, Korea, granted, I grew up in the suburbs in Texas, too. But, I mean, San Antonio is huge. It's like, top 10 biggest cities in the U.S. But, yeah, here you'll just see workout equipment everywhere. Like, right here we live by a stream, there's workout equipment there. You go to any, like, park, there's gonna be workout equipment. On the top of the mountain, there's workout equipment. So it's pretty...
And they be throwing that down. They're like...
Yeah,
I saw,
there are
like,
people using it,
yeah,
too.
like, oh man, okay. So when I went to do my marathon, do you remember that? And I asked if we can, like, if you can come with me and time my run. At, like, 5 in the morning, we went outside because we live right by a river. And every equipment at 5 in the morning, there was someone working out on it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot too. If this was in America, all the like CrossFit people would be on that, like working out with no shirt on, just like outside workout, yeah. And then you know how like those videos when they work out, like
Don't make fun of Ricky like that.
you know, it's like when they work out in a playground, and it's just like guys on Miami Beach, and they're just like ripped and shredded, and they're just like monkey bars, and they're doing all these tricks on the monkey bars. That's like the people here.
Yeah, but they're old. They're like 80, doing the same thing. Rip, six-pack. It's crazy.
And when you see those parks, you like, maybe in America you would think, oh, like really like young people use this, but here it's just like, oh, that's an ajushi ajumma machine. Like, it's not for
Yeah,
kids.
that's the thing. You won't see. I've rarely seen. It's either really young kids, like parents
Like
and their
playing.
kids, just kind of like playing on it, or like you have to be like. I feel like you have to show your ID
Yeah,
or it
senior.
won't work. 50 years or older before you get on this. Like that's what it is. It's either you're under 5, go ahead. Our age, it just won't work. They'll lock up, but they just like flash an ID, 50 or older, and they're just like crank it.
How much more is left? Fun fact: how many shots is in one soju bottle?
8?
7.
No, is it 7?
It's 7.
Was it 7?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because
there's one member for one shot for every member of BTS. Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jung Haseok, Park Jimin, Kim Taehyung.
So I guess like a moment like that would like make me upset. Like, so going back to the question earlier, like, do you get really upset when she's like so in love with BTS? I don't really care, but like when she like kind of talks to herself as like it's like, hey, can you like we'll be at a restaurant just us, so can you give me a menu? You're like, menu on episode 2 of season 5 of BTS show. Jin said this about a menu, and just like, and I'm just like, oh my god. I usually just daydream, so I don't know how long those last. Anywhere from like 5 minutes to like 20 minutes.
It's so true. I love it. I'm getting hot. Let me get my RJ fan. Oh, thank you for being here and joining me, RJ. RJ's don't stop.
She laughs now. She's gonna be pissed when we turn this off.
Okay. Say Kim Seokjin 축하해 사랑합니다.
Gin and tonic. If you're ever thinking about what to order at a bar, just go gin and tonic. Those are pretty safe.
I love you, Jin. Happy birthday.
Okay, guys. We'll see you next time. Subscribe to her
Please
channel.
comment, subscribe, and if you would like to see similar content of me and
they're
Tommy.
just commenting. We don't want to see this ever again. Whatever you stop. Just stop. Stick to
Anyway, please comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you later. 안녕.
Annyeong. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye. So that was like a cool, like, then you can fade it out. Like,
You have to go in there.
bye bye.